I recently spoke with two reps from Goodwill Easter Seals, Minnesota, Shelley Hughesby, Workforce Development Manager based in Willmar, and Nick Adams, Retail Stores Senior Director. One side of their company, the retail side, partially funds the workforce development side. So with stores closed, Shelley explains how she and her staff are still able to help rural Minnesotans with job assistance. And for you fellow thrifters out there, Nick assures me that although the date is TBD, stores are planning to reopen safely with drive-up, no-contact donation services.
We like to say, we were green before being green was cool. Recycling and reusing has been just part of our retail's DNA. And so just our organization with our 51 stores, we save over 65 million pounds from landfills by reusing and recycling just with our footprint. So imagine what that is nationally with all Goodwill. Our dollars from our retail stores go right to our services and programs team to help with multiple different job training and education programs to put Minnesotans back to work and to help Minnesotans.
How are you getting income to help with these job training opportunities that your company offers?
We are very reliant on a portion of that net that comes from our retail stores to our services and programs. But we do have fee for services for our programs that we are working with. And many of our programs are grant funded. So right now we still are currently serving through our organization approximately 2,000 Minnesotans. Our other main revenue source is through a division of DEED, which is called Vocational Rehabilitation Services, where they refer people to us for fee-for-service programs with job training and job placement. And those are the programs, especially job placement, that we are working with heavily now, trying to find people work and working with them on how do you do a Zoom interview. And, as you know, Amanda, out here in rural Minnesota, our access to internet is not as great as we would like.
So you kind of talked about access to technology being a barrier. I'm wondering if there's any things you're encountering that are specific to our rural parts of the state, or maybe things that are specific to workforce. I know that the Genio plant in Willmar recently paused their production, and I don't know how long a pause is, but if you're having anything specific that you're encountering to rural or Willmar area.
Well, and of course, one of the biggest things in rural Minnesota is transportation. And so we have employees or participants that are working jobs that they may have been working 5-hour shifts and now they're working 3-hour shifts. And so their transportation costs have gone up so much where it's a bigger part of their budget versus what it was before. And we just received a grant from the Willmar Area Community Foundation to help with some of those kind of items so we can buy gas cards or bus cards or things like that. Some of our participants they might have a smartphone, but they don't have internet access at their house. And it eats up a lot of their data to be doing a Zoom interview or, even a Zoom call with us to practice. So we try to do as much phone calling in those kind of areas as possible, or texting back and forth. And, even with email, our staff can do a lot with emailing participants back and forth as they're working on their resume development or searching for jobs and getting things. And there's many times too where we are on the phone with someone and my staff are online in our office filling out the application for them because they don't have, consistent internet access where they are at. So those are all the workarounds that we've been trying to do and then, good old fashioned US mail.
What will the stores look like when things are able to slowly start to reopen?
What we expect, we expect some pretty significant donations coming our way. So we're also planning and preparing, to handle that inventory and how to safely accept it and process it, which we're comfortable with. We'll be shifting to what we'll call contactless donations. So there won't be an interaction between, a physical interaction between the donation attendant and the donor. They will unload their donations out of their vehicle themselves, place them in a staging area, and then be able to grab their own coupon and receipt. And then the donation attendant will be there to guide them in to the donation center and open and close the doors and thank them and guide them out, but they won't come anywhere near 6 feet from each other. So we won't have employees, in the vehicles, in the customer's vehicle. We won't be handing product or items back and forth like we used to do. So again, we don't want people to be afraid to donate, and we also don't want employees to be put at risk. Going through a couple hundred cars a day, that's a lot of contact back and forth. We're not going to open our operations and then break guidelines that the CDC has or our governor has in Minnesota.
Yeah, and I just would like to say that on the services and programs side, we are, our staff are working very hard, helping support people in an environment that, none of us have ever experienced before. And we are very excited to see our retail partners walk back in our stores because we do have a great partnership with them. We realize the importance of the work they do for us and help us, and we realize how important our customers are, and we love seeing the customers. I mean, it is very hard to be in that store with no life in there and all those great items sitting on the shelf that we can't touch. And so we just are excited for, like Nick said, for retail to reopen safely, because there's going to be a need for us. And yeah, everybody's saying, when are you reopening? I'm cleaning this and cleaning that. Oh, like he said, we're going to have more treasures than ever when we reopen, but we want to do it in a safe place.
Yeah, I definitely have a car full of stuff, so I apologize in advance. And a sidebar, Goodwills across the state have been closed since mid-March and are still closed. Nick said that with spring cleaning and more people staying home, they know people are eager to donate, but please wait. If you drop off items now, they'll go to waste. Plus, it's illegal.